time, but you just haven't seen them yet. So anyway, today's kind of a special day because this channel has just reached 20,000 subscribers. Yeah, 20,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, you guys. And I've got something special for 25,000 subscribers planned. So today we will be making another sister location mask, Ballora, and we will be making her into a wearable mask, and we will be able to open up her head. And by the way, you guys are probably going to recognize one of the video clips. It's the same thing from Enard's tutorial on how to make a head base. You feel free to skip that if you already have a head base. If not, I've included it as well for your convenience. So let's get started and let's start making Ballora. For this tutorial, you will need some white glue, styrofoam balls, some paint, some paintbrush, tape measure, permanent marker, hot glue gun. Remember, hot glue guns are very hot. You will burn and blister your hands if you are not careful. Safety glasses, always a good idea. Some masking tape, toilet paper, newspaper. You will need quite a bit of newspaper, and a razor blade. Razor blades are very sharp. Be careful not to stab yourself. You will also need some scissors and some sheets of cardboard. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start rolling up a head. I kind of started on this, but I'm going to start again just so you know how it's done. I want a head that is 12 inches tall because that is going to be your jaw and the top of your head. So what you need to do is you need to take your newspaper and start wrapping them up one at a time. So this is one sheet of newspaper. Crumble it. Make a nice light ball. Don't make it too tight. You want lots of air because then you're not using so much newspaper. And then simply do this. And then the same thing over and over again. Now once we have the paper mache on it and the glue has dried, we can actually pull this out and reclaim it for future use. So right now we just want the base. Now a really good trick to save a lot of time is to make two of these and just stack them on top of each other. You could actually save some time doing it that way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to keep going until I have it at least 12 inches tall and at least 9 inches wide. So I'm going to take my Scotch tape. It does not have to. It never looks pretty when you start working on it. But the more you work on it, the more it comes together. Okay, we should have something that looks like this. So let's take a measurement. Just a little more than 12 inches tall. This is perfect. And it's about 9 inches long. So what I'm going to do now is wrap the whole thing around. That's what you are going to do. Now when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. And now, it doesn't look pretty, but you now officially have a puppet head base. So now that we have a puppet head base, it is time to get the first layer of toilet paper on. Need to put some glue in. extremely important that you mix it with water, because otherwise the toilet paper won't be able to absorb it. And if the toilet paper doesn't absorb the glue, then nothing sticks. And then, you know, you're gonna cry. I'm just gonna mix a little bit. Just some regular tap water is all you need. In this case, I'm actually just gonna go 1 part glue and half part water, or maybe just 2 parts glue, 1 part water, however you want to say it. And then I'm just gonna mix it. And there you go. It should be quite runny and should fall from your brush very easily. Just like that, eh? Just take a little bit of glue, just put it onto your surface area. This is what's going to make the toilet paper stick onto it. A little bit bulky there. I'm just going to tuck that in there. Okay. And then I've already have a roll almost finished. I'm just going to finish this off. Okay, get your toilet paper to stick. Now you're gonna find that when you put toilet paper onto a different surface area, it's gonna take a little bit of work because you're putting it onto a different surface area. But when you put toilet paper onto toilet paper, it's just a walk in the park. It's just so smooth. You just look like a pro, and that's when it's fun. But you know, the painstaking part is covering up the newspaper. So okay guys, it may not be pretty now, but it definitely looks a lot better now. Now we have a very nice little shape, a beautiful head shape here. Yeah, basically just set this aside, let it dry overnight. Okay, so now that you have made the base head, we are ready to add the detail. Now that you have the head base, it's time to start adding on some details. Roll up a large newspaper ball and attach it to the back of her head. This will be her hair bun. Now, roll up and flatten a newspaper ball and attach it to the bottom of her face. And now cover it up with toilet paper and 1 part water and 1 part glue solution. You can use adhesive spray to help the toilet paper stick, or you can use wet glue. Just keep in mind that adhesive spray is extremely sticky, so make sure you are wearing gloves or you are wearing protective barrier cream. Flatten a newspaper ball and attach it on top of her head. This will be her hair. I'm also going to put glue on top of her head now. Now you are going to draw 2 half moons, which will be Ballora's ears. Now cut some thin cardboard strips and glue them onto the ears. This will be what we are going to use to attach to the head. And now roll up a strip of toilet paper and wrap it around the edge of the ears. This will give it some nice depth. And now cut a slot on the side of both heads and insert the tip inside the slot and then glue it into place. And now cover up the ears with toilet paper and glue. Now crumple up 2 tiny newspaper balls and tape them together, or use tiny styrofoam balls for Ballora's earrings. And now take the time to smooth things out and shave things and fix any mistakes you have made so far. And now prepare the area for Ballora's nose. Now crumble up a newspaper into the shape of a small egg. This will be Ballora's nose. Using a Sharpie, draw where you want Ballora's eyes, and then cut it out, then trace over the cutout so that both eyes match each other exactly. Cut a styrofoam ball in half, and this will be used for Ballora's blush. And now add another layer of toilet paper. Also, don't forget to fix some mistakes on the way if you got a chance. When the glue has dried, take the time to shave all the bumpy edges and smooth out the head. Using a Sharpie, draw and cut out Ballora's smile. And now I'm smoothing her out some more. Now draw 2 eyebrows, cut them out, and attach it between her eye holes and her hair. And now put another layer of toilet paper on. Okay, at this point, I think I'm ready to put the eyebrows on for real this time. Now I'm just fixing a few mistakes and smoothing things out some more. I have the blush too low, so I need to raise that yet. Now, at the bottom of the mask, cut out a big opening and then pull out the newspaper. Now look at that. You can reuse this newspaper, saving you even more on paper and money. On a sheet of cardboard, draw 6 tiny dots and cut them out. On a sheet of cardboard, draw 1 large teardrop, 2 medium teardrops, and 2 small teardrops. Now roll 2 sheets of newspaper and attach it to the top and bottom of Ballora's mouth. These 2 sheets of newspaper will become her lips. And now I smooth things out some more. To make Ballora's tiara, simply stack the teardrops this way. 1 on the right, 1 on the left. And then, once again, 1 on the right, 1 on the left of the smaller pieces. Just watch. And now attach the tiny dot cutouts, 2 on her hair, 2 between her eyebrows and her hair, and 2 on her eyebrows. Now I believe Ballora is ready to have her blush reattached again, this time in the correct place. The blush should be just a bit higher than her mouth. And now to make another fancy ornament for her hair. And now I realize that Ballora's hair bun is too low, but that's easy to fix. And now, add another layer of toilet paper. Okay, and when that's dry, I have carved down and shaped Ballora's lips. All they need is toilet paper. If the mask is too small, simply open up the back some more and cover it up in toilet paper. This will make more headroom. Now, before we get to painting Ballora, I want to smooth out just a few more points. Okay, so now that we have the white painted on, we can start painting on the other details. I am going to start by painting in all the blue features. So for the blue, you're going to want to paint around the eyelid. So this is kind of like an eyeshadow effect. So I'm just going to add a blue ring around her eyes. And then I'm going to paint her hair. And that should be good for blue. So let's start working with glue. Okay, guys. Well, it's coming along. Right now, we just need to paint the blush, and gotta paint on her lips, and then her jewelry, and then we put the eyelashes on, and then I will try it on. Right now, I like to give Bella a treat every half hour she's been with me, because she's very good company. And now apply pink makeup to Ballora. Now I'm going to paint her earrings gold. Now we want to just paint these 4 dots silver. We want to paint this tiara silver. I'm also going to paint that silver, and then we're going to carve that. I'm going to paint the line on, put the eyelashes on, and then we'll pop the mask on, see what it looks like, and we'll finish her up from there. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to put the eyelashes on. So I got these pipe cleaners here. Okay. And I'm going to pull out the black one. They're probably not this thick, but it's all I have right now. You could use something thinner, maybe twist ties or cable ties will work. But this is all I have for now. So, and this will actually work fine. So If you want her face to open up, simply cut along the black line except for her bottom lip. Then her face should be able to open in 4 different directions. There you go, you guys. This is how to make Ballora's head open up. Just like that, you guys. The head opens up in 4 directions. So basically what you want to do now, if you want it to just stay open, that's all you got to do. And then you just put some Velcro. I put some Velcro on this nose here. Put some Velcro on that nose there. And then put some Velcro on here, and then everything should be able to hold shut just for you. Okay, you guys, that's about all the time we have left for this video. Thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers. And have fun crafting, and remember, craft safely, please. I'll see you guys next time.